Thank you.
My question concerns practice.
Yeah.
When we first start and the presence arises, it seems that it's covered over very quickly. And if you want to look at it from the point of the pain body, it seems that the reservoir is endless. As each of these arisings cumulative, does it make the next one more probable, or does the old soul have to go on the road again?
Oh, could you repeat that, please?
The whole thing?
No, just the last question.
Is the arising of presence cumulative? In other words, does each one, when you have had the experience, make the next experience more probable? Or does, I said, the old soul have to go to the road again and make all the actions again in exact order?
It does get easier. Presence intensifies. Often, for a while, the challenges also intensify as presence intensifies. But at times it seems I'm falling back. I'm falling back into my old state of consciousness. I was present for a while, and now some challenge has pulled me back into a state I thought I'd left behind long ago. But that's only temporary. Once presence arises, it can be obscured, but you can never go back to the old mind identification. The momentum of presence is already there. It may be if your mind conditioning, mental, emotional conditioning has great density and the clouds come back. There was sunshine, the clouds parted, and then the clouds come back. If you need some disaster, some loss, some breakdown, then it will happen to you so that presence can manifest more freely through you. But you are here to make that unnecessary, except in those cases where it's still necessary. You don't need to ask, when am I going to be free? We need to be careful not to create some future state or goal that we need to achieve. For example, to become free of my pain body. I'm waiting. When? And there's more stuff coming up. But you've only perhaps been conscious of your pain body for a year or 2 or 5 or 10, which is not a lot. It's been there for thousands and thousands of years. So it is happening fairly quickly. But even to ask, how much longer do I have to live with my pain? Don't create a state that you need to arrive at. Be with your pain and let it be. It's not that bad. It's there, yes. Don't label it even. Allow it to be. That's the power of surrender. Often the mind can come in and say, when? I want to be free. You're free already. You can be free even if there's still pain operating in you. If the pain is no longer mistaken for who you are, is no longer made into a personalized sense of self, a me, you can be free, and yet periodically you may still carry your pain body, and it may get triggered, and you recognize it as the pain body, but it's not who you are. It doesn't become a story in the head. It does not energize thought patterns in the head, egoic mind patterns. It doesn't turn into an unhappy me. It's simply leftover pain. and you carry it, and what you do with it by allowing it to be, it's no longer, you're not doing it for yourself. It doesn't really matter anymore to you when you become free of the pain body being an unhappy me. The work that you're doing is you are dissolving human pain. And it's far more than, it seems you're just doing it for yourself, but the repercussions are much vaster than that. One human being dissolving his or her pain has an enormous effect on the rest, because all humans, everything else, but humans are connected with each other at a deeper, there is one organism, one collective human psyche. And whatever happens, happens within that one collective human psyche, including us, including you, surrendering when the pain arises and allowing it to be and saying, that's what is. It is as it is. Let it be. And so there is a spaciousness that is suddenly there. And that is what is arising in the collective organism, the collective psychic organism of humanity. This group is an essential part of that. And then there's the terrorists. Total insanity, extreme manifestations of an undercurrent of insanity that is in the whole of humanity, extreme manifestations of that, killing themselves and thousands of people in extreme acts of madness, that is also ultimately not outside of you. And so whatever happens within you has enormous effect on the rest of humanity. You're not in it for yourself. So enjoy the adventure of disidentifying from all that conditioning, the arising of presence, asking the question, how much longer can only obscure presence? Presence is intensifying, it is accelerating, I know that. And the more you stop asking how much longer, or do we have to go on indefinitely, the more quickly it accelerates, because the more as you drop that question, you relinquish future. Let go of future, looking to future as that which is going to solve your pain, your problems. It's not. So how much longer? I respect your question. Many people have that question. I've been asked it many times. But ultimately, asking yourself that question isn't helpful, because it can easily lead to the next thing, which is a complaint. The next thought after asking that question, well, do I have to go on and on with that pain? Just be with the simplicity of this moment. And whatever it is that arises, be okay with that. Okay. It is as it is. That is already salvation. And so you don't need the future for salvation. Trust that the present moment is all you need, and realize how the enormous power that is there. And any thought, and many thoughts will arise in the mind that are perhaps cunningly designed to take you out of the now. They may be very logical, sensible thoughts or questions, but they are designed to take you out so that you can look to the future and then live in an unsatisfactory present again. So important. See how the mind has great intelligence. Ultimately, the intelligence is only a small part of the one great intelligence. And the egoic mind often uses its intelligence to perpetuate its own temporary form as the egoic mind, so it can be quite clever, and it can trick you very easily. Always back to now. You are already, as the beautiful line in the Course in Miracle, it is at this moment that salvation is offered to you, and it is at this moment that you can accept it. No other time. And that is the truth. This moment.
I accept it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.